everyone, and welcome to the second take of the first episode of We Fucking Failed. It is so great to be here. This is the zombie that is risen from the dead of AWT.
Yes.
We have a special guest named Echo of Tragedy coming on later tonight, and we will be interviewing him about whose titties look the best.
Yes.
So
we will be.
We fucking failed. There was a joke at the beginning of the first take where we called it "We're fucking fat" because we're back and we're fat. And then I said this all started because Burn the World 10 was coming after me, and he was saying, "Flatley, you're such a loser," and everything like that. And then Ant was like, "Yeah, Flatley, you're a bitch." And then Matt Pitt said, "Flatley, you're never going anywhere with AWT." And I was like, "Guys, what do you want me to do?" And then Xylee Gets Real said, "Fuck you, Flatley. Anyways, I like pedophiles." And I was like, "Oh, guys, go on. I need to make AWT." Then they all left, and now we're here.
Yeah, and now we're at We Are Failed. We fucking failed, and now we're gonna succeed. Like fuck those people, literally.
None of that actually happened
because we're fat and we eat carbs. We're totally shitting on a fat person today. Peepaw Riveter.
Well. Here's what I was gonna say. I think that you need to stop like bringing in random people who actually support us.
I gotta stop.
In reality, what happened is Peepaw Riveter danced on the grave of AWT and said, "They're such little fucking. I just fucking hate them, and I'm gonna have sex with children now because I'm Peepaw." And
I fucking
I'll see you in the morning, coffee beans.
As he slides the fucking metal sliding meat locker door that connects to his basement where he keeps the kids. I'll see you in the morning, my little coffee beans.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, he grinds up children into his coffee. Did you know that?
Dude, it's like the ending of Saw, where he leaves a guy chained in the bathtub with their own kids.
Done using them. When he's done using them,
game over.
You know, he's like, you've exceeded your use for me. I don't know why I'm doing the voice of that the main bad guy from Men in Black, the first Men in Black, the cockroach guy. That's just like how I picture Peepaw's soul. That's how Peepaw's soul is.
Sometimes I like to imagine.
I need sugar,
and water.
I like to imagine in an alternate universe, Peepaw Riveter, since we started making fun of him being fat and a child toucher in February, has done the most to lose weight and now has all this baggy skin. So somewhere in another universe, he's watching this very first episode doing jumping jacks, but he was so fucking fat and the skin is so loose now that every time he goes up on a jumping jack, his belly flap ends up smacking him on the top of his forehead. So as he's, 4 or 5 minutes into this episode, he's got a red mark developing right between his eyebrows. It makes me happy when I think about that.
I imagine Peepaw in another universe weightlifting and being like, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of Flatley Leah Himpleton," and he's all like roided out and just like beating the shit out of us because we pissed him off with our pedo jokes.
Ends this coffee with Peepaw stream, starts beating his wife.
Yeah, dude, and he gets covered for like roid rage incident. Dude, what if he like pulled a Chris Benoit in the alternate universe?
Okay.
You know what actually would happen though? You know what would actually maybe minus the Chris Benoit thing. You know what would actually happen in that alternate universe? He would finally get a spot on Lolcow Live if he did that.
Dude, he totally would. Boogie would love him.
Kid behind the camera would look at him and be like, "We're the same, you and I."
No, but you know what's so funny is that he tried. He tried. He went 300 miles to a fucking yard sale just to be able to talk to Keem and Boogie. And guess what happened? Nothing, because nobody fucking likes the guy. Even the pedophile sympathizers don't like him. Okay, like it's depressing. It's very depressing.
AHW.
Like,
dude, super
at least
depressing.
He tried.
No, because when it's Peepaw, it doesn't count. So that's the reality.
Send me that tool you're using right now.
It's Discrub.
At least Peepaw tried.
I'll send it to you later.
All right, so do we want to go over how this all happened?
Yeah, let's do it. So
did we all see the video of him going back to work?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we can start with that if you want.
Let's start with that and then go to the beginning.
Yeah, you want to react to it?
Yeah, that's
All right.
I was gonna do it on stream, but then I also decided that would be gay.
Well, it goes
Competing for
into.
Miss K. Joe's heart.
We're ignoring that. We have to stay locked in. We have to stay locked in.
Sigma edit. How many times did you search up peepaw riveter?
It's because I can't remember if it was Gekmo or Spondyle, but one of them made that like Sigma edit of him, and I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So I like tried to find it on YouTube, but I could only find it on Twitter. Okay, here we go. We need to talk. Which when I saw this, I just want to preface when I saw this for the first time, I was convinced this was going to be about him like getting called a pedophile all the time, and I want to be very clear before we get into this that when I make jokes about the guy being a pedophile, it's because it is a funny joke. I do not mean it. The fact that people are unable to see that I do not mean it is so stupid. And if you cannot figure it out, I don't know what to tell you. But I have clarified multiple times, other than right now, that it is a joke. So I don't want to fucking hear it. He doesn't touch kids. The only reason I started making those jokes is because he did a ham-fisted, like, fucking thing about talking about child marriages, which I don't even think he really meant. I even told him that in our conversation. And then after that, he kept on fucking tripling down on it and acting like he's some fucking big brain freak. And then on top of that, the biggest reason I make pedophile jokes against him is because he does the same thing, but he gets offended when you make pedophile jokes about him. It's okay for him to do, but then as soon as you do it, it's fucked. It's evil. It's horrible. So, what am I going to do? Make more pedophile jokes about him. Obviously. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a single fuck if he calls me a pedophile. I've never cared about that. Like, because I can take a joke. Do you think it's my first time?
Yeah.
I don't like the way that sounds, but you know what I mean? Okay, here we go.
Hello, your coffee beans. Well, and are having a great.
Dude.
Hello there, my little coffee beans.
Dude, this is gonna be. I have watched 2.5 hour long rape allegations on stream. I think this is gonna be the hardest video I've ever had to get through.
Dude, really lasted 5 seconds though.
dude, this is horrible.
Dude,
okay, make sure closed captioning's on, because dude, look at his eyes though. They look so pained. Like, why, dude? Why is he giving these eyes?
Dude,
he's
giving me like.
Wait, why is he? No, not
John
Everlong.
Wayne Gacy vibes.
I mean, okay, yeah, he's giving John Wayne Gacy mixed with Jeffrey Dahmer, but he's also has these eyes. Why does he have these eyes? Like, look at this.
He's been through
Look at
war.
that. Look at that. Why are they so wide?
Too many child casualties in his experiments.
He
Dude, the thumbnail for this episode needs to be this exact face, like superimposed onto the PTSD war meme. Like,
I just screenshotted it mid-recording.
I hope you're having a great summer.
That have occurred. Back in 2020.
Why does he sound like he's making an apology for raping a child? Like,
no
what?
idea.
And okay, I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. Essentially, this is just him saying that he got a job, and so he's not gonna be able to do the morning streams that he did during COVID. That is all this video is. This video doesn't need to exist. It could be a community post, but he sounds like he's reading a script, and there's a guy with a gun pointed at him the entire time. I was obviously reading a script, but like, it looks like somebody's like,
yeah, you keep on saying that shit. Keep on going, people. Don't mess this up for me, bro. Keep on going. Peepaw, you better keep on going, okay?
Is that Vsauce Pop Funko?
Thing that occurred.
I wish.
Some of you might remember called the COVID pandemic.
Wait, is it?
Well,
no, that's not a beard. I thought it was.
Were sent home to work remotely. Like a lot of people, suddenly we all needed to find ways to kind of entertain ourselves.
Look at how many. Okay, I'm sorry to keep on doing this. Look at how many cuts are in these 10 seconds, please.
Well, like a lot of people around the world, were sent home to work remotely. Like a lot of people,
One.
We all needed
to
find ways to kind of entertain ourselves because, well, we weren't
3
social interaction.
3 and 10 seconds is insane. I'm sorry. That's insane.
He probably talks even slower, and then he's like, "Okay, I better."
Okay, wait. Better screenshot for you. Better screenshot right here. Wait, hold on. Let me make the captioning go away.
It's over.
Dude, that is like fucking serial killer vibes.
That is haunting. That is
Yeah.
haunting, dude. I'm
That
having
is like-
nightmares about
Better
that
go
face.
back to your cage, little boy.
That's like sleep paralysis demon peepaw.
Dude,
Why does he look like this? I'm trying to make the face and I can't.
dude,
It's
that's
like this.
his wife's POV right now.
No, that's the face he gives when like his wife cooks eggs wrong, and they're not cooked
When
enough.
the birth
He's like-
certificate says 18.
He's like,
Sugar.
woman
Sugar.
Fuck
and
off.
water.
And water. Sugar and
Dude,
water.
what if a bug crawled out of his
Like
ear
a lot of
into his
people,
mouth?
suddenly,
I'm not-
needed
Maybe that's why he's so fat. He's filled with bugs.
He's full. Dude, just like
to find
the
ways to kind of entertain ourselves. because
He's hollow skin
Boogie
filled with
Monster.
bugs.
social interactions as we all hunkered down and rode this thing out.
I love that he's explaining what COVID is. Yeah, we all lived through it, dude.
Do you know, I ended up
YouTube
trying to
videos in the
get
past,
ChatGPT
mainly
to
with
write something
gaming
similar to
videos,
this, and it
Let's
was
Play.
it's
I've
pretty
done a
close.
few commentary videos.
Yeah, shocker.
You know, let me pick that hobby back up again. Let me give it a try. One of the things that I quickly realized was I didn't like writing scripts, and I was even worse.
How do you not
Okay.
like writing scripts when you're a content
he's-
creator?
Because he's illiterate, Leah.
And not creative.
He's illiterate. Okay, first of all, illiterate. Second of all, listen, I'm somebody who in the community is known for having a mustache, okay? And like I just have to give this guy a mustache tip, okay? This is a very genuine mustache tip. Peepaw, you need to trim your mustache. You've got mustache hairs going into your mouth, and it's really fucking gross. Like if you look at the corners of his mustache, they're like clearly like he's like sucking on them and stuff. They're going in his mouth. They're way too long. Very
Ugh.
gross. Not good,
Nasty.
Peepaw.
2 years quickly passed. It was deemed safe that we could all return to work. So
It was deemed safe as if it wasn't actually safe.
to work.
Okay.
Sadly, it only lasted just a few weeks because there was an electrical fire in the office building where I worked. Once again, we were sent home, but I didn't think it
Okay.
would last that long. A lot of times with things
Oh,
like this,
Okay.
got in there to start repairing things because codes had changed, because this building was built back in the early 1970s. It was, or determined, I guess, that the building had to be brought up to the codes present day 2020.
Nobody
2020.
cares.
And so
Like
make a very
this is a
long,
total
boring
overshare.
story that involves insurance.
Well, you say that, Leah, but before we continue, let's just look at the comment section real quick. Oh, never mind. It's like 3 people. Oh, okay. They're just not loading. Okay. I can attest that we will all be here for every random stream you do when you get time. Oh,
All
Peepaw.
right, that's
You do a
Fizzle. I
great
love
job,
her.
man. You do a great job, man. Yeah, but why do these people treat him like a child?
They do treat him like a
Stop.
child.
Stop holding his hand like he's a child. Treat him like a horse with his leg broken and go shoot him out in the back of the head behind the fucking barn. It's
Yeah,
time.
just old
It's-
Yeller, the guy.
It's time. It's time. Okay? Like, I'm so fucking tired of this guy just like trouncing around like nobody fucking, like he has no, like, what's it called? Consequences to his actions. And he can just say and do whatever he wants. So that's why I've been checking him so much, because it's way too easy to do, because normally nobody does, because they just say, oh, Peepaw, oh, Peepaw, oh, Peepaw.
Oh, you remind me of my grandpa.
You're just
can
such a
you-
little rascal.
Can you refresh that? Mine is still not on there. It's been 2 days.
What?
My comment I left on
banned.
there.
You're banned, buddy.
Yeah, you're clearly banned. Oh,
You're
never mind.
fu-
It's right there.
Oh. What did you say? Shut up, fatty.
He said, shut up, fatty.
That's a comment I can appreciate because that's an honest comment.
Now, see, if I could heart comments, I would heart that comment. The
I would
timing
heart
is
that
ironic. Oh, shadow humor with the fucking own as well. The timing is ironic, haha. Somebody just writes a question mark. Here's wishing you success.
Dude, he didn't quit his job. He's just going back to work.
Sending so much love and support your way, Peepaw.
Okay.
I
Okay.
will never understand why your audience treats you like a 5-year-old. Time for the
Big leagues.
nurse. Time for the nursing home.
Can you
Literally.
refresh to show my my comment? I edited it.
Oh my god, you fucking such a little fact, dude.
again, we were sent home, but I didn't really think it was going to last that.
Okay, I know, people. Shut up. Shut up. It
Oh my
died.
god, it's gone.
Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? He has to approve comments. I'll bet that's what it is. I don't know how you're slipped through, but like I think he has to approve comments. And the only reason mine is showing up, like if you went to it on your device, you wouldn't see it. I'll bet. I would bet on that. So he's a giant sensitive pussy, but he likes to act like he's not. Okay, that's interesting. Yep, I'm not seeing it anywhere. Let me sort by newest one more time. Come on. Oh, had to delete the last one. It was mean. Good luck. Oh, fuck off.
At home, but I didn't really think it was going to last that long. A lot
Yeah,
of times
okay.
Things like this.
I'm being
when they
peepaw riveter.
Got in there to start repairing things because codes had changed, because this building was built back in the early 1970s. It was
When Peepaw was in high school, George Washington was playing in the NBA.
To the codes present.
Oh, yeah?
2020s, I guess, rather.
People went to school with George Floyd.
Boring story that involves insurance companies.
Slave, not the guy that was killed.
Here we are, 3 years have passed, and I have been stuck at home working remotely once again. So what happened in those 3 years? Well,
What
I
happened,
started
guys?
producing for Dead on Dave.
Nobody cares.
And through Dead on Dave,
Dead on
he
day.
taught me and educated me a little bit about streaming, and he encouraged me to try streaming, which is just conscious of thought talking. And also through
There's nothing conscious
Dude,
about
you
your
don't really
opinions.
have it,
Dude,
buddy.
there's no wait. See, you guys are making fun of like what he's saying here, which is true. True. I agree. He just explained to us what streaming is.
Oh my.
Are we gonna brush over that? Because I don't think we should.
I was just
I
gonna skip
got to
that.
meet
I was
some
more of like the conscious of
Stream-
thought thing, because he never has a conscious opinion. He waits for other people to talk first.
Yeah, he doesn't. He
Guys,
literally
streaming.
doesn't have it.
I'm sending
Guys.
you bit waves across the internet so you can see it assembled on your screen like teleportation.
Streaming is when you go on YouTube and you go live and then you talk about stuff.
And you talk in the microphone.
I was told at a very
but
young age not to be
if you're doing-
racist. by
If you're
black
doing
men.
if you're doing face cam stream, you gotta make sure your camera's on.
And then eventually someone will watch you.
I know how to tie my shoes.
I don't think he can reach his shoes. He might know how to tie his shoes, but I think he's got a shoehorn. Look, there's a shoehorn in the corner right by those.
I only wear Velcro straps because I want to.
Isn't this like in his kid's room too? Like
I can count to 15 by myself.
he's using his kid's computer
Dude, I just pulled your
while
camera
he's streaming.
Oh, make that face again. That's gonna be a tweet for the promo art.
Literally.
Make the face again. You sounded like the fly on Peepaw's wall. He fucking smells him and dies.
My mama said that life's like a box of chocolates. You have to eat all of them before you figure out where you are.
Oh.
Fucking.
My mama had some animals at the farm, and I tried to ride the cow, and it died.
Fucking got crushed.
I like your shoes.
I know. I don't just know how to add numbers. I also know how to multiply and divide as long as it's below 10.
Tan dividan.
COVID's over. I gotta go back to the office.
They said it's safe for me to go back to the funny farm.
Look at the cows, Peepaw. Look at the cows.
My favorite person from TV is Elmo.
Oh my god.
He teaches me how it's really good to love people.
Good morning, Coffee Bean. Oh no, I don't need you right now. Go back to your chains.
Good morning, Coffee Bean.
Shit.
Okay, we have to keep going.
I got that screenshot, dog.
Very interesting people such as Willie Mack Show, Nicholas DiOrio, Bo Blacks, Drew Sharing, Zada Gets Real, and of course Matt.
He barely talks to Drew Sharing. Like, what do you have in common?
Clout
to me, different tidbits and of knowledge.
People
and
doesn't skateboard or
suggestions and
smoke weed or
recommendations.
nothing, dog.
I know. So, like, what are you talking to Drew
if I've ever
Sharing
publicly
about?
thanked any of those guys for those little nuggets of education, but let me rectify.
Ironically, because
long
that's how he also
overdue
talks to his kids. You little
thank
nuggets.
you to each and every one of them. So why am I making this
Thank
video?
you.
Well, the time has
Thank
come.
you, dear leader.
I've got to return back to the office.
Daddy's got to go back to
And,
work.
So what does that mean for my
I'm sorry, my kitties.
coffee streams? Well, that means that for a while now, they're going to have to go on hold.
They're going to have to go on hold.
Well, he's probably gonna retire in 2 months anyway, so-
as long as I've got a little gas left in my tank and it's not been too rough of a day. Because I still...
What the fuck are you doing? What is this face? What is this face? Why do you look like you're about to start crying? What is
He
this?
is. He literally is.
I have to go back to work to make money to support myself.
Dude, this is like so fucking parasocial.
Oh, you like that, Leah? Look at that. I've never had that before in my life. That is insane.
I have a job. I have a job.
Well, people were like getting on a peepaw over the same or getting on a Murahar over the same thing with like the parasocial farming. Because Mudo was doing the same thing, kind of. Where he was like, I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And it's like, dude, you're kind of farming for a parasocial relationship, and it's a little bit odd.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. I think he's he's farming
Dude,
for sympathy or
is it
some
weird
type of
that
parasocial relationship.
all three of us work, right? We all do this for fun.
Yep. And you know what?
What is the?
You know what? You're never gonna hear me fucking complain. You're never gonna hear me fucking
I
complain
have to
about
go to
my
work.
job.
No.
Oh, Joe's here.
I have a job. I have a job. I have a job.
Actually, speaking of which, I think Joe is the most at giving the most time on this platform and going to work.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
Motherfucker does not sleep. His
Yep.
mic's broken.
Sorry, no, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry, my internet was on the fritz. I even had to call the people because I looked up if it was an outage, and they just had to basically restart everything for me.
Damn.
So. But we're good. We're good.
Joe, you missed it.
What
I made up a narrative to why we started We Fucking Failed. And, well, we're fucking fat now, but it's We Fucking Failed. But I made up 2 whole narratives. One recorded on my end, and then 2 the actual episode.
This makes me happy because that means I was right about you creating narratives all the time, which means I'm in the right. So there you go.
I was talking about who were the hot names I named?
I don't know.
I forgot them. Never mind.
Xylee.
Oh, Xylee, Ant and Burn, Xylee, Matt Pitt. Fuck it, we'll throw Aiden, Morale, Beckett of Crabs was there. Hippleton's mother, ironically.
Hungry Joe, don't forget Hungry Joe.
Joe was hungry.
Hungry Joe. Hungry Joe.
Badland Chugs was there.
Yeah.
Sauce, we'll get to him later.
Frogan.
K-Hut, Peepaw, Frogan, Dr. Disrespect, Logan Paul, Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
The angry video game nerd.
Right, Dude Perfect, PewDiePie,
Smosh.
Fuck him, Smosh,
CM
dude.
Punk.
Tony Hawk and Bam for some reason. Gordon Ramsay,
Adam Sandler,
and then the lawyer
Ricky
from Breaking
Berwick.
Bad. Ricky Berwick.
Sam Hyde. You mean fucking Saul Goodman? He's like the lawyer from Breaking Bad. That's my lawyer, Mr. Goodman.
Forgot his name.
Anyway, what did I miss? What are you guys talking about? Are we currently talking about everyone's favorite person in the whole wide world right now?
Yeah, you want
So we're going
Yeah,
over his video of him going back to work.
Oh, I love this video. It's
So
one of
what
the
are your
funniest
thoughts?
videos.
What are your
Joe,
thoughts?
Joe, are you looking at my camera?
Yeah, I'm looking at your camera.
This is my current impression of Peepaw. I want you to think of
I gotta
what
pull it back
you.
up.
Or I want to know what you think. Okay, here. I can do both math and science as well sometimes. My favorite animal is a dog. Roof.
You gotta breathe hard. Don't forget the breathing.
Not enough child bride mentions either.
No, you don't even need to. You
My
don't even
little
have to.
coffee beans. Oh, Joe, we were making fun of him saying my little coffee beans, and like that scene from Saw when he closes the meat locker door on the guy, like that chained to the bathtub. We made a joke like that, and then we started this video. He goes, "What's up, my little coffee beans?" It was over. Derailed immediately.
Totally.
Instant. Did not even script that. Poor Peepaw. Can't catch a break.
I will start liking Peepaw more if he starts drinking Irish coffee every time he drinks coffee on stream, and he has
Irish
like
car
6
bombs.
cups of it. Irish car bombs too.
And now that I have my
doing
coffee, just
If he
Dude,
does some IRA bombings.
go. Actually, while we're on that topic, if Peepaw is going to be a little bit edgy, how do we feel about the Hippleton suck my dick comment or Elias?
oh, that's very homophobic.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. All in good time. All in good time. Let's just
Okay.
finish up the video.
Let's
Okay.
finish this
I
video.
want to have conversations with you guys. My coffee beans. You guys.
My coffee
Dude, every
beans.
time.
I want to have conversations with my coffee beans.
It's my coffee beans. I'll see you in the funny papers.
Get back to
Yeah,
your
dog just knocked
chain,
my
my
trash
coffee
can.
bean.
No,
I'm
no.
not done with you.
Speaking of funny papers, you need to go to the funny farm. Okay, there's a southern reference. Like for fuck's sake.
For years,
The funny thing is I know what you're talking about, Hippleton, but I thought you were talking about the Chevy Chase movie, Funny Farm first.
and things of that nature.
It works.
Some laughs.
Is it
What
Funny
about
Farm
these
Southern
other
for
projects?
psych
What is
ward?
this music? Wait,
Oh yeah, no,
wait.
it just pipes in randomly, bro. It's awesome. He starts
Stories
talking all
and
spiritual and
things of that
shit.
nature, and we have some laughs. What about these other projects that I have going? I'm still having
Dude.
intentions, as our schedules allow, for.
Oh, wait.
the
Can we pause? Can we pause?
Where we do our
Next week's project, we word for word, all 4 of us have to make a video like this.
Yes.
I'll make a
Hey, everybody.
compilation of it.
I gotta go
Hey,
back to
everybody.
work.
I'm gonna see if
I
I can
just-
make mine the longest video just to say nothing.
Hey,
4.5
everyone.
She's more dedicated to this than a
Wait,
stream.
I think Himpleton has an announcement for us.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you all know that I actually have I've started doing a job again, working. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's where you go to a place for 8 hours and make money there.
You know what?
And I've
Hours
actually
is pussy shit. Work 10 to 12, pussy.
well, no, probably for him it's like we're like 5 hours, but
Yeah.
you know, like
Hey,
I'm trying
hey,
to give him some
everyone.
credit. Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Hey,
gonna do this. I'm gonna do
everyone.
this. You ready? Hey everybody.
Yeah.
As you know, today is Sunday, which means tomorrow is Monday. That means I have to go back to work.
No, this is the perfect way to do it. This is what Peepaw should have done. Hey guys, guess what? I can't do morning streams anymore because I got to go back to work. I'm still going to be around. I appreciate the support. Thank you for everything. Just can't do the morning coffee streams anymore because I got, work comes first. There you go, Peepaw. I just made you an uncringe video. You can take my voice and post it.
Oh,
and be
shit,
like,
here it
Hey
comes.
guys, have you ever heard of a job? Well, a job is where you go to a place for multiple hours every day of the week, except for the weekend, and you
What?
do tasks that have been assigned to you.
What?
You get paid money for doing this. Unfortunately, I have gotten one of these.
Oh my god.
From now on, for 8 hours every weekday, I will be gone. And that means that I won't be able to talk to my Discord kittens for all
No.
hours of the day.
Oh,
No.
Oftentimes, because I am so terminally online, I was doing a morning show where I would go live for several hours when no one else was awake except for people who are actually at their job working hard. But me, I was sitting on my computer saying little to nothing, but I captured that entire time slot, so I took advantage of it. And now I can't.
Bravery.
Now I can't.
Oh my god.
I guess I'll still do YouTube though, just because you guys love me so much, I guess. But it's gonna be hard because
How do
after I go to my job and I sit down and I do nothing for 8 hours a day, I'm gonna go back home and sit on my computer and do nothing for 8 more hours. And that only leaves me 8 hours to sleep. Please,
I don't
just donate to my fund
Oh my god.
at peepaw, putpeepawdown.com.
Oh my god. How will I cope? How will I
Such
fucking
bravery.
That's my
Such
goal.
bravery.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I kind of wish we had put that over the rest of this video now that he has the dramatic music. It feels kind of out of place. It feels kind of out of place for it to only be part of it. I don't understand why he did that. That's a very odd choice.
He started at 3 minutes and 47 seconds specifically in there. Why?
I know it's a very odd and specific choice. I don't understand it.
No, know what it means. My coffee beans.
Popo with peepaw and piplup.
Dude, okay, not gonna lie, this is the type of music that you go to the nail salon to and get your eyebrows waxed.
My schedule is
Yeah, or
Get
sitting in
your
an
ass-
elevator. Sitting in an elevator too.
Yeah,
Or
this
like
is
getting put on hold. This is getting put on hold.
Dude,
music.
wait, pause it. Can you imagine him saying this in an elevator? It's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Who are you?
I'm trying to go
Who
home.
are
dog.
you?
I'm just trying to get home right now.
I wanna
you
go
know,
home.
I'm
Shut
just
up.
trying to I'm trying to deliver DoorDash, okay, man? I don't give a fuck about what is
just
this
feel like-
panel thing you're talking
Talking
about.
with
If I'm-
DoorDash
if I'm this
driver.
If I'm this guy's coworker, I'm like, wow.
How about them TPS reports, buddy? Do you have any update on that instead of your fucking YouTube channel?
You know what I mean? If I was his coworker, I'm like,
reports, man.
hey, I saw this thing on X. What is the Nebraska registry, bro? I thought we lived in Colorado. What's going on with that? What's
I
going on with that,
can't-
buddy?
I can't talk to my coffee beans right now. I can't do your TPS reports.
Excuse me, boss. Can I get a vacation time so I could drive down to Boogie's house to ask him to unblock Toxic Piplup?
Oh, you know what? Since we're on the peepaw topic, and apparently I like to say people smell. Do you think peepaw makes that office smell really bad?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it, I know it. So
He sweats. He
There's
probably
only
sweats.
one person that is
profusely.
going to see this that knows what I was talking about there with that smell reference.
Oh, there's gonna be a few.
I was gonna say they're there right they're both here with you right now. ASMR August apology, 12 views. I'll look at that
Wow.
later. I'll look at that after the episode.
That looks like a good video.
It looks like an
It looks
awesome
like-
video.
one.
It looks
Members
better
only
than
guys.
peepaw.
Everybody's schedules kind of worked out. So we still plan on doing those. So hopefully you guys liked it. We are going to make some tweaks. I guess that kind of brings us to when is this going to take effect and when will I actually be back in the office every day? If I get
Back in the office? Like the Oval Office, bro? Like, stop.
Wait, can we pause?
You
I'm gonna
guys
forget
will
this
be
point
seeing
later.
this.
It's not relevant. If we do, we fucking failed live streams, I'll split 4 ways so we get that out the way. Episode 1, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna make so much money.
Yeah, I just
Dude,
want
we
to,
should-
because I never said it for AWT. And I was gonna forget it later anyways. It took us fucking 8 months
Okay.
to get this show off the ground.
We should
Okay.
like do them in the morning and take people's slot.
Wait, are we?
Do it from work.
Most of us are.
I'll do it from
Unfortunately,
work.
yeah, unfortunately, Leah, we actually do have jobs.
Joe could
so-
have a bit where he turns his camera
Yeah.
on and gets eaten alive by a 6 foot tall cockroach every single fucking episode.
Yeah, and it's no,
You don't
it's
fuck around with those.
no. Fucking peepaw is like towering over him and like rips apart his skin, and there's like a giant cockroach hidden within it.
Joe's exterminating Peepaw's house every fucking episode.
Joe, before you got here, I kept on joking that Peepaw was like the main villain for Men in Black, where he just keeps something like water, sugar, and water.
Oh, I thought he'd be the main villain from Men in
Joe's
Black
like,
2, where she eats the guy at the beginning.
I mean, that's
There's
fair.
Oh yeah.
There was like one time where Peepaw was like sharing his like morning routine on the way to work to his audience, and I just happened to be listening to that live stream, and he was talking about how every day he stops at a fast food joint, like every day on the way to work. What do we think about that, boys?
If I didn't
Sometimes
hate
I
this
do
guy,
that.
if I didn't hate this guy so much, it would be pathetic and sad. Okay.
I have no way to judge because I drive around for a living and a lot of
Yeah,
my
but you
food
have high
that I eat.
metabolism, you fuckhead.
It's true.
Sometimes
True.
I do that. I get the $5 deal from McDonald's or Wendy's.
Okay, well that's one thing. That's one thing. But
Not
let's
every
face it,
day though.
he's not getting the $5 deal. He's
No,
getting like 3 sausage McGriddles, 4 fucking bacon McGriddles. He's getting like
You know
fucking
the worst
extra
part?
syrup.
You know
Right?
the
That's a
worst
good
part
meal.
about that?
Stop making fun
Sometimes
of him.
I'll end up ordering like.
Stop! He's 65, guys.
Well, okay. Well, actually, let me paraphrase this because sometimes I'll go to like Moe's or Chipotle or like Rachel's Mediterranean or Panera. You know, would
I
that
don't
be
even know
like
what that is?
Would that be on par with?
No.
Okay. I'd be
No.
frequenting those a lot. And the Froyo fucking bar at the universe. Oh, dude, I'm a fat fuck when it comes to that. I love it.
Oh, you want to you want to check out all the university students? Hey, at least they're not middle schoolers like people. So,
Was it last time you drove through a university though?
Last week I live right next to a university.
yeah, I was
Joe
gonna
knows
say,
what
I
I'm talking about.
frequently-
It's summertime. It's summertime, Ableton. You know what that means.
You guys
please,
are dumb.
whatever you're about to say, please don't say it.
No,
Please.
the athletic girls are out.
Oh my god.
Okay, see, I am like the ethics council here. I'm like the fucking optics council, and I'm just gonna stop you right there. We're gonna ignore all of that, and we're gonna move on. All right, so let's
It's
finish this video.
volleyball season.
I will already be back.
Oh my god,
I
dude.
wish I would have maybe.
Audience members, direct your focus, Peepaw. He's the one we're laughing at, not Flatly. Okay.
Flatly watches volleyball clearly
You guys
for the
know
volleyball
I just wanna
strategies.
thank
True.
the 1,000
I like playing
of
it
you
too.
Who have subscribed to my
Mostly
channel
against
over
girls
the
'cause I
last
can
few
dominate
years. And even those who come by and watch my streams or the VODs of my streams,
Oh my God.
and even the videos that we do occasionally put out here. I want to thank you for giving me those.
This is fucking disgusting.
Thank you for coming and
Dude.
listening and watching these
I feel like he
crazy
just put
little
down his
stories
dog.
that I've shared. Some of them were very serious.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm getting euthanized tomorrow.
Dude, what shows were serious?
Coffee with Peepaw, our last live stream. They're going to be injecting me live in this chair. And you guys will all see me slowly pass away.
Guys, I'm going to the big field. I'm going to the big field tomorrow.
Do the
Okay?
face. Do the face.
Guys, I'm going to the big field tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's
Look at the
funny.
flowers.
That's the face of
Peepaw.
death.
Just look at the flowers.
The lobotomy was a big success, and now they decided to take it a step further and go ahead and make sure that my family doesn't have to take care of me for the rest of my life.
Just look at the
Nice.
flowers, Peepaw. Just look at the flowers right now.
Legit.
Peepaw, there's bunnies. We're gonna have a bunny farm together.
Lapua.
Come on,
Some
Peepaw.
were just downright nonsensical. I also want to thank those of you who has allowed me to help several creators over these last few years. But most important,
That is true.
I
Yep,
could
that
never
bad.
ever
That was major.
express to you how things
That was the
lie
one
with
W.
you, each and every one of you.
Well, he claimed he helped out Willie Mac. Is that true?
I don't know. If
like-
I would believe that.
I feel like that
I'm
has
not
the
gonna
same
say
like.
it is or isn't.
I feel like he's like mutuals with Willie Mac on Twitter, like I am, where like Willie Mac followed me back, and then like
I know-
he basically was like, I helped him get to where he is today.
I know he is a constant Patreon member of Willie's because he shouted out the end of every like Willie Mac
I
video.
helped
'cause
him pass
Oh
I
my
hear
God.
Peepaw Riveter.
I help him pay the bills sometimes.
Dude, Willie Mac doesn't have compelling like takes to where you need to be a Patreon member. That's like you're getting scammed there, buddy.
He used to be great. He used to be great. Okay, he used to be great. I used to really like his videos. He has fallen off the face of the planet into oblivion. So
precious gift that you have to give anyone, and that's your time. So until
wow,
time,
wow,
remember,
wow,
to keep your powder dry. And I'll see you in the funny papers.
What does he mean? Keep your powder dry? Like split your Coke and keep it dry?
Coffee powder,
dry
powder,
your
Leah.
Coke?
Hey, coffee powder. Come on. Hey, you're being bad faith right now, Leah. You're being bad faith. You're being bad faith.
I think he means. I think he means dry
No,
cocaine.
no, Leah. You're being bad faith. You're being bad faith. All right. So while we're here, I met Vsauce Michael, guys. I met Vsauce Michael. I met Vsauce Michael. It was really cool. Okay, but anyways, back to people. So
you should have shared Vsauce Michael the great N-word debate.
Vsauce Michael, are you familiar with the great N-word debate of 25? And he would say, how did you know what my next video is on?
Oh my God.
Hey, Vsauce Michael here. Is it okay to say the N-word?
Is it okay to say the N-word?
Well, this young man explored this idea with 2 African-American members of the community. No, okay, the one thing I will say about meeting Vsauce... Yeah, one of them is FIFA. Well, the one thing I will say about meeting Vsauce, I work at a hardware store, and so I was just helping the guy out, like, get materials for his next video. And the biggest thing that people ask me is, like, did he do the voice, like, while you were talking to him? He didn't until he got excited. And when he got excited talking about his next video, because he was trying to explain what he was trying to do with the materials we were giving him, he was like, you know, with leverage, we can actually use this metal pipe, and only with 1 grain of rice, you can lift around 1,000 pounds. And we're just like, that's really cool, man. But he like did the exact voice, and it felt like I was watching his video, but he was like right there, and I was just like, dude, this is insane.
I just want to point something out. So what happened between Peepaw and Boogie was Peepaw drove all the way there for attention and to try to get Toxic Piplup unblocked by Keem. You just happen to be working, run into the guy, start talking to him, and he's excited to talk to you about what he's working on and everything.
Yeah, it was so wholesome.
Definitely a duality right there. It's like the duality of man.
Well, it was so wholesome. Like, he's such a fucking wholesome dude. Like, I love the guy. Really cool guy. Really cool to fucking meet him in person. It took everything inside of me not to ask him about Human Cake and what it was like working with Filthy Frank, but I just held back. I held back. He's shorter than you would imagine.
Oh, really?
So's Keem, bro.
Yeah. I'm probably like 6 or 7 inches taller than him. I'm 6'2". He's got to be like 5'7", something like that. I was like shocked because I don't know. I think when you like think about like a big like I've been watching Vsauce since I was probably 12. So like when you think about somebody who's like larger than life to you because you've been watching him like you're basically half your life, like you think of him as this like big person almost. And so seeing him in person and seeing that he's like short, I was just like, wow, this is crazy.
You're just a regular guy, dude.
He's just a regular dude.
Yeah.
And he has a family. He was there with his family. It was really cool. Okay. So we're going to get into the Peepaw Twitter stuff now. So I made a post after Peepaw's stream the other night because Maggot and a couple of other people were talking about it in Joe's server. And I love calling this guy out. I think it's really funny. He's a complete spineless coward, and I think he deserves it. I think not enough people treat him the way that he is, which is a 65-year-old man and not a 5-year-old. So I'm going to treat him. I'm going to treat him like he's his age, like an adult. Okay. So I say, for somebody who's so against pedo jokes, and for anybody who hasn't seen mine, I have made several. I've made one that was an SCP parody of Peepaw. I made one that was, or flatly made one that was a wanted poster of Peepaw. And I think that I've just on many occasions talked about how he has kids in his basement. Okay. I've clarified multiple times that these are jokes. I think this is going to serve importance later. You can, if you really wanted to look for him, you could find clips of me literally saying, I don't actually think he's a pedo. I'm just making jokes. I even say this in my conversation with him.
Yeah.
You sure like to make them yourself. You outright called me a pedo and repeatedly insinuated D-Max likes kids because of the content he makes. Really strange to morally grandstand when you do just as bad, if not worse. At Riveter, stop being a coward and let's talk about this hypocrisy on your show. You're clearly passionate about it. So am I. I know you won't, though, because I have a spine and actual principles, and you have rules for thee, not for me mentality. I figured in 65 years in being alive, you'd learn better. If you let us have a debate on your platform, which gives you attention, not me, and you win, I'll never speak about you again. Compelling, very compelling offer here. Looking forward to hearing back. And so then I included this clip.
That being said, when you start attacking somebody and you levy things at them that has real world consequences, right? To where, for example, say Burn, if someone started contacting your place of business and they started, sharing some of your online.
So this is already, I just want to like shout it out here. This is already a false equivalency. No one is ever going to contact this place of work about something like this.
Literally.
If they did, every single person in this call and every single other person who's making pedo jokes about him would condemn it. In a second, they would condemn it. And they would say, that is fucked up. That should never happen. Why would you ever do that? That is fucked.
It stays in this. I like to think of this as an arena. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
you're gonna come in here, you're gonna say your shit, right? Like, keep it like, don't involve like someone's kids. Don't involve like people who aren't associated and like.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, if you throw your hat in the ring, it's you. We're coming after you.
That's
right?
well, and that's why the one thing that I like morally, I don't even consider it grandstanding, but some people do. And so I'll accept it. I'll accept that lick because it's something I care about. The only thing I quote unquote morally grandstand about is when it leaves this community and it goes into real life. When that happens, I am going to condemn it every single time. That is going to happen every single time because there's an understanding here, just like with what you're saying, Flatly, that it stays within this community. And like it's really fucking stupid to act like it is not going to. And I think personally that this guy is smarter than he lets on. And he knows that what he's doing is making a false equivalency because he's so desperate to be the victim.
Yeah. Well, even like the bigger creators like Augie and Nick earlier on in the commentary community, they quickly disavowed this. Like I think there were people in Augie's audience that were like somewhat unhinged like that. They didn't go to like purpose life ruination, but it was like close to it. Like you're teetering the line to it. And Augie would quickly disavow that. And it was always widely known when stuff would do, or when people would do life ruination type of stuff. And then you get shunned from commentary because you do it.
The example I use all the time is Ethan Ralph. When I first started watching Augie, it was at the tail end of him and Ethan Ralph being buddies. And he stopped being buddies with Ethan Ralph partially because when he fired Gator, who was one of Ethan Ralph's previous co-hosts, he started doxing him. He started getting fans to put posters up in town of Gator's face and saying that he's like an evil person, like I think maybe even a child molester, stuff like that. And Augie literally did an entire stream talking about how fucked up that is and how nothing like that should ever happen. And like it just, I mean, this has been a standard from the very beginning. It's always been a thing. This is something everyone is against. I think more than ever, like the community is very fractured and there's a lot of people who hate each other and stuff like that. But I think that if we can all agree on one thing, it's that bringing it outside of the community and into real life is fucked up. And anybody who can't agree with that is a fucked up person that doesn't need to be platformed. It's that easy.
For sure.
I'm also going to give another of it too. If you're in a community that you know is filled with bad actors and stuff like that, and you still choose to engage, you also take responsibility if something like that does happen. Doesn't mean anybody condones it, but you have to know. If I go to an area and start talking to people I know are involved with a gang and know, oh, these guys are involved with a gang, and another person from another gang can see that and potentially mark me as like an enemy, that's me if I knowingly do it, right?
That's true.
A bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch, but it is that idea. We know people dox. We know people will be bad faith and try to do wrong things in this community. choose to engage with it anyway.
I'll use an example. I'll use an actual example from, like, ironically today, right? So when I posted that picture with Vsauce, the first time I posted it on the announcements page on my Discord, and I accidentally didn't crop it. So the address of where I worked was on the bottom half. Okay. So that was horrific, right? And because of that, I run the risk of getting my place of work doxxed. I run the risk of getting harassed. It was only there for less than a minute, but I've already gotten people from outside of my server talking to me about it. So, that being said, though, I think that we can all agree, just like the same thing with, if this happened to Peepaw, I would say you are completely justified in this. If somebody did that to me, I would make sure that you don't have a fun time. I'm going to make sure that I figure out who you are and you're not going to have a fun time anymore. Right. And I mean, I think that it's the same thing with Peepaw, where everyone in the community is going to be behind you if somebody does that to you. I agree with you that it is a risk, and it's a risk that you have to deem acceptable to be interacting in communities like this. But at the same time, like, it doesn't change the fact that people are going to, like, rally behind you, and, you know, like, they're going to support you in that. Like, there's nobody in their right mind who's going to look at that and be like, that's awesome. That's awesome. We need to do more of that.
Yeah, no, it's both sides to the same coin. On one hand, nobody's going to accept it, but on the other hand, you know, bad faith actors who will do it, who do get they get discredited and disavowed and all that. So
right.
I don't know why he's using that. I told Burn this, and in a little bit ahead, he's gonna after he makes his Burn's gonna press him a little bit and say, "Well, did anybody do that?" And he's gonna say no, and then my mind immediately goes to, "Okay, well, you clearly didn't have a problem with the real world repercussions of anything when you did to Himpleton, or when you alluded that it was D-Max. You only care now because you're going back to work and made a crybaby video about you going back to work. How about you just stay consistent? Either it's okay or it's not okay." In any instance.
Yeah. I always thought the policing jokes is just like a slippery slope that you just don't want to go down. Because then it turns into, okay, pedo jokes aren't allowed, and then it's not okay if you make pedo jokes, and then it turns into, what about rape jokes? What about race jokes? What about illegal alien jokes, or like that type of shit, and you just get yourself into trouble with that.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I think that, like, policing jokes is like, if you own a community, if you're the leader of a community, like, say Peepaw's Discord server or whatever, he has every right to do whatever he wants in terms of policing it. I'm going to think it's gay. I'm not going to agree with it, but I would respect it if I'm going to be in his, like, playing ground. The issue to me comes when you have to be consistent. You cannot police jokes if you are going to make those jokes yourselves. Like, that's where it's a problem. I don't care about how 1984 somebody gets about their community. I've been in communities before where there's a lot of joke policing, and I think it's gay. I'm unlikely to interact in those communities as much, but I'm going to respect it when I'm in their playing ground. But if those same people who are policing, like, let's for example say somebody's policing rape jokes, right? And then they say, well, I'm going to fucking rape you tonight. And it's like, but I would get banned if I said that, right? That's where it's a problem.
Yeah. For sure.
Because then you can't trust their opinions. I can still trust your opinions if you're policing jokes, if you're consistent about it. I can trust your opinion. I'm not going to value it as much, but I can still trust it if you're consistent about it. But as soon as you have the rules for thee, not for me thing, I'm not going to trust a single fucking thing you say, because clearly you can't even hold your own standards up. Yeah. What's the point of listening to you then?
And it doesn't bleed it just into, or it doesn't, I don't care if he does that with his own community. Folks from his community went into the Wall Smashers chat and started chastising people over those types of jokes, like Nishi or Lamar went on Wall Smashers and started policing. And it's just like when you try and exit that community or that type of sphere, and you're trying to tell other people that are not in that sphere what to do, that's when you become a Karen.
Well, I'm not one to morally grandstand over this, and then we'll get back to the video because we've like massively fucking sidestepped. But like, I'm not one to morally grandstand about this. But one thing I do always morally grandstand over is hypocrisy, because it's worth grandstanding over, because it's an indication of whether you can be relied on or not. And when I was in that argument with Peepaw, I had two of his viewers, C-Seth and Nietzsche. I think it was Nietzsche is the second one. I know there were two different people. They both called in just to make fun of the fact that I was in actual real life raped, right? So it's not okay for me to make jokes about something that doesn't exist and has never existed and is in that way absurd. But it is okay for C-Seth to say, hey, do you know what exact day you got raped so that I can mark it on my calendar and celebrate it every year?
Well,
it's like this is, how are you allowing this when you're being so soft about anything on yourself? It makes no sense.
One of the two situations is rooted in reality, keep in mind. And
exactly.
The one that's rooted in reality does not involve people at all.
Well, additionally,
and I don't care, right? I'm used to it. I've gotten comments that are way worse than that. I've made my bed with that information because I was the one who made it public. It's just like Joe was saying, you know, I run that risk by making it public that people are going to comment on it. And I've accepted that and don't care about it. But it's more about the hypocrisy of the fact that, like, I can make an SCP joke about the fucking website SCP where they talk about aliens and stuff like that is so absurd and stupid. But then, like, that's bad. That's an evil thing to do. But then they can talk about me getting raped as an 11-year-old and celebrate it, and it's totally fine. Like, it makes no sense.
Well, because you were 11, people got excited.
To add some more context, in this very stream that we're looking at, we're taking the clip from, later on in that stream, Peepaw describes Seth's behavior with one of the trailers that he did with, like, his stupid game show. Because mine and Maggot's issue was like, why are you using me and Maggot in these clips? And then the way he describes Seth is, well, Seth's a little goblin. I can't control her. I'm not going to control her. So it's like, well, okay, you're policing everybody else's the way everybody else jokes, but you're just completely fine with what Seth does.
Yeah,
when Seth is in a closer vicinity than anybody else.
If that's the case, then Reese shouldn't have to police Maggot. Reese should not have gotten attacked. Reese should not have to police Maggot.
It's a completely uneven playing field.
Bro is so full of holes he could be SpongeBob. That's the point, right?
People, on my streams, I'm going to welcome anybody to come on and make jokes about anything they want, and that includes you and your child brides. So they could do. And they're going to say,
and all of them are going to say the hard R.
Yeah, and I do it on Twitch of all places. So that's how you know I literally don't give a shit about jokes and stuff like that, and I'm not going to joke police like you. You can come on. Yeah. You could come on my stream and just fuck with me the whole time, people, because I'm not going to be gay about it and hypocritical.
This soldier is Joe. That's Peepaw. Okay.
Oh my god.
This Joe risks all of it. Okay, just so we can say the gamer word whenever we want, and then Peepaw just gets to sleep soundly in his little bed, not getting pedo jokes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to point this out before we continue the video. My comment got a passive-aggressive heart from Peepaw.
What a W.
And Joe, I don't think you were there when I made the comment. I said, I will never understand why your audience treats you like a 5-year-old. Time for the nursing home.
It is. It literally is.
I guess Peepaw... Okay, not this. I guess Peepaw acknowledged it.
ASMR time.
No. That was Peepaw. All right, let's keep on going with this.
Antics, right?
Yeah.
What do you think would happen to you?
I'd probably get fired.
Okay, so if
especially with the things I say, that I say, I'm definitely get fired.
Right. So if somebody all of a sudden, for malicious reasons, contacted my place of employment and they start putting all this stuff out, like all the little pictures that have been made, the fictitious, showing that I'm a registered offender and all this kind of shit, and they put that stuff before my boss, What do you think could possibly happen to me?
Obviously, you would probably get fired.
Okay.
I disagree with this.
I disagree with it too. I think
I very much disagree with this. I think what would happen is you could explain to your boss if there is always a chance they're not an understanding boss, or they say this is too much of a liability, we're gonna have to let you go. There is a chance of that. But I think more than likely, because of the way that the current climate of things is, I think you could go up to them and say, I have an intense harassment campaign that people are bringing to my real life. And clearly, this is not real. You can look up my name on the registry, and you are not going to find it because I'm not a registered sex offender. Obviously, it doesn't even use his real name.
It would show up on a background check. It would show up on a background check, and they already would have been notified if you did it.
Yep.
If you got convicted afterwards, they would have been notified. Fuck off.
Do you know what that? It's one thing when it's Burn. Like, Burn makes a good point. Burn's own words and what he has said on streams probably could get him fired. If people sent clips of my streams to my employers, I would probably get fired. That makes sense. Those are our own words. What it looks like to an employer, if you just see images and memes of this guy getting called a pedophile, you're going to look at it and be like, this poor old man's getting harassed.
Yeah. Well, let's engage with his concern for a second. Let's say somebody actually does send something to his work and he actually does get fired, which I put X'd out. Where he lives is most companies are an at-will employment state or company with most of them. So it's up to the company's decision that is in that particular state to where they can fire you or not based off of what they feel or what the employer feels. Also, most employers, and I only know this because I hire people, most employers are not going to give employee information out at all. So if somebody were to call up, let's say an office, and say, hey, does Peepaw Riveter work there? He's a pedo. People are, the office should be legally obligated in saying, you know what, we can't give you that type of information. And if they do give that type of information, Peepaw should sue that company because that's a huge security breach. And my company does that. Like if somebody calls my company and says, does Leo work there? They will say, we're not inclined to give you that type of information. They won't even say yes. They won't even say no. They'll just say, we're not giving you that information.
And on top of that, like, I just thought about this. Like, what Joe said about the whole, like, gang analogy is correct. That, like, when you engage with bad faith actors, blah, blah, blah. In reality, like, Peepaw is barely in that section of the community. The part of the community that he's in tends to be softer.
Yeah.
And there's really not a risk for something like that to happen. Like, the only people who he's pointing the finger at that could be the people to send stuff to his workplace would be one of us. And obviously, none of us are going to do that. All of us are against that. So, like, it's a very, very strange thing to bring up that doesn't apply to reality.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to say what I've been saying for the past week, and I'm going to make it very clear. I do not dislike Peepaw. I do not hate him. I criticize him where I think criticism is needed. I think he's somebody you just laugh at. You point and laugh at him because he does stupid shit constantly. So you just point and laugh. You go, ha ha, look at the fat old man who wants to be hip on the internet. Ha ha ha. Ha ha, he said something about child brides. Ha ha, he made a cringe video. Like, it took all of this for him to finally admit the kid behind the camera shit was fucked.
This entire time, I've been like, I haven't said anything about this. Like, even with the child bride take, I wasn't even around when he had that take. And when I came back, I still didn't say anything until he started halfway accusing D-Max of being a pedo and then of bodying and saying it looks a little body. And it's like, Peepaw, you're showing a pattern of behavior that you've gotten in trouble with in the commentary community before. When you started accusing Magnetar of being a scammer, you said verbatim, it looks a little scammy to me. So,
it's also so ironic that it's one of his co-conspirators in the Magnetar thing.
Yeah.
that he's accusing now.
So now it's like, dude, you have a pattern of behavior of pushing out like these half-assed allegations, and you're halfway engaging in the allegation and you're halfway not because you don't want to get in trouble for falsely accusing somebody, and you're doing it with piss poor evidence. And it's like you're using Social Blade and you're like, that looks a little body to me. Like, come on, dude.
Social Blade, which is notoriously inaccurate, right?
Yeah. This is a pattern of behavior with you. You said you were going to learn the last time that you were never going to do this again. You said that, Peepaw, when you came back, and you're still doing it. It's 2025 and you're still doing it. So this is like a second time. And that's when I started engaging with it. It's like, no, you are still doing the action that you've done before. And now it's time to engage. Now you're a piece of shit that does actually need to be called out. And yeah, I agree with you, Himpleton, where people treat him like a 5-year-old. And I don't know if it's because they treat him like a 5-year-old because they think if they're mean to him, he's going to have like some cardiac arrest and croak over because one person was mean to him. It's like, live in reality for like a second and understand just because you're mean to Peepaw for like 1 second doesn't mean your world is going to end.
Yep.
He's a grown man. He can handle it. He pays his own bills. He goes to McDonald's every fucking morning to eat his Egg McMuffins. I'm sure he can handle a little bit criticism on the internet. Everybody gets it.
Yep. True. Truth, Nuke.
And he even I will direct quote Peepaw in saying this. Everybody gets their lumps. Peepaw, everybody gets their lumps. You should receive them back. We're
in a community that criticizes each other. You criticize people.
Exactly.
Get used to it. That's it.
Exactly.
Either get used to it or go to a different community. That's fucking simple.
Dude,
all right, let's finish up this clip.
Okay, I'm just gonna be blunt. Did that happen? Is that just hypothetical?
Was in the call for
Okay, I was about to say if anyone did that, I highly disagree.
He gets so pissed off when Burn asks for the hypothetical.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to that right there because that will come into play later.
Yeah.
I just did, Joe says. Oh, God. Okay. So, I'm going to highlight this comment because it says exactly what everyone's thinking here. I'm pretty sure if someone showed Peepaw's, or showed Riveter's place of work some of his streams, they wouldn't take too kindly anyways. And that's using the stuff coming from his mouth directly without prompting. And I say, true. I mean, I don't think anyone who streams in our community would look great to places of employment, Lamau, but he brings it up out of nowhere to be like, oh, guys, I'm the victim. Oh, my God. When in actuality, nobody would ever send this shit to his job. Even fucking Huggy, local retard, pitches in and says, you two are not wrong. All I need to do is say, my bad, I didn't mean what I said, or clarify what he wanted to say. He's not good at mending fences.
Dude.
True.
Huggy is smarter than Peepaw.
I know.
I like Huggy. Stop making fun of that. I like Huggy.
I like Huggy too. I'm jesting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then Pizzle says, most importantly, what did Joe do? Because he says, I just did. And I don't know why, but Maggot ended up getting into like a fucking like weird claws out bitch fight with Pizzle over that. I don't understand why. I really do not understand why. It made no sense to me because she was clearly joking. But then we'll go to Peepaw's tweet and then we'll go to Leah's tweet. Why don't we just go to Leah's tweet first?
Ignore every attack I've had on him.
Well, he's ignored every attack on me until he thought he could get an own. So the reason is that he hasn't thought he could get an own on you yet. And as soon as I got an own on him and proved that his like little tactic was stupid, that's when he stopped talking to me. As I'll show. Hi, Riveter. Will you be making corrections on the statements that you made toward Templeton and D-Max since you unironically called them pedos, and you have now changed your stance on pedo jokes in the video below? Which, to be fair, I don't think he even changed his stance on it. I think he's always had that position.
My dick is great.
So,
you think he has?
hey, Leah, suck my dick. Hey, Simpleton, suck my dick. So let's see what he's quoting here.
Now, first and foremost, because I had a long conversation last night with Byrne, and evidently there's some misunderstandings. I made a sarcastic joke. I think it was something along the lines I told Himpleton to look in the mirror.
So I want you to pay very close attention to this, and I want us to like talk about what we noticed from just the clip and what it sounds like he's saying.
Yeah.
And that
There's more to it than that too. He didn't do it just once
or whatever. If it was a joke, I do not think that Himpleton is in any way a pedo.
I do.
I was just kind of matching his energy a little bit that evening.
I was just kind of matching his energy.
I was just matching his energy.
Got me along the lines of thinking about why I wanted to step away from that.
You won't like me when I'm mad, Himpleton.
That whole thing.
That whole thing.
I know that some of you guys probably.
Why does he remind me of Chick Hicks from Cars?
He reminds me of a large He reminds me of a large he reminds me of a large swine. He reminds me of a large swine.
Nobody got that except Joe. Nobody else got that but Joe. Fuck, dude, we're old Joe.
Bro, Peepaw reminds me of one of those guys. Peepaw reminds me of one of those guys that drives 65 on the highway, and everybody else is going fucking 80 and he's going 65.
So the important part of that comment there is the fact that not only does he not contextualize any of the portion where he called me a pedophile, he also does not, he takes very little ownership for it and just chalks it up to being a sarcastic comment. He does not make any form of apology for it. He just says that he didn't mean it. Then he moves on. That's fine. That's fine if you're not against those types of jokes, which he clearly is. So
typically we would accept that type of response.
Before I get into my response, I'm going to go ahead and show this other clip that he played where he says, "For the retards who can't do simple research and want to take the easy road and just run with the narrative. So in other words, you can suck my dick." Okay, so then thank you for posting this with the dates, Peepaw. I haven't been following you long, but I trust the people who introduced me to your stream. Still, the fact that this happened in February is important context that was left out by others. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you 10? The fuck are you talking about?
Hello?
My camera went off. I got so mad my camera went off.
Bro did it with his mind, bro. Wait, Himpleton, can you stare at the camera right now? He's trying to melt Peepaw River's brain with his eyes.
Dude, outlining the dates is an irrelevancy anyways. It's a complete irrelevancy. I was saying that he made those
Easy
types
Road
of
and
jokes.
just run with the narrative. Should we just run with the narrative that kid behind a camera isn't
guys, okay, wait. You guys are missing the most important part about this, which is the fact that what he is doing, and by us feeding into this and even responding to this portion of the argument, we are helping him. What he is doing is he is sidestepping the argument I made to try to make another one, make a straw man, because he thinks he knows his audience is retarded because they clearly are. But he thinks that we're also retarded. So he created a straw man, and that's what he's attacking. And I'm not going to let him, as you'll see in my response, and Leah doesn't let him either. But let's just see what he has to say in this. So we've got this where I say, "I never knew a slimy, sensitive weasel could be so gigantic, but Riveter seems to break all rules of space and time. Out of curiosity, since it's culture for your people, how many child marriages have you been the best man to? Hashtag CPeepaw, hashtag check the hard drives, Nebraska's sex registry, Peepaw Riveter," which is not his name.
Yeah, like from an employer perspective, literally, if an employer looks at this and is like, "Do we fire this guy?" Legit, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Like the company has to be so stupid to fire the guy based off of this image.
This poor man made of marshmallows and Play-Doh is getting harassed. Okay, like we're not going to fire him. We're going to give him like a fucking 12 donuts from Dunkin'. Okay, like
Yeah.
he has to. Thank
We're
God.
being
he's-
generous with that weight, by the way.
6'1". Is Peepaw actually 6'1"? No.
He's not
No, we're
even
being very generous.
245 pounds.
No, he's PDF.
Well, look in the mirror. Now, first
Okay, no other context. Awesome.
and foremost,
Yeah.
because I had a
It
long
went on way
conversation,
longer.
last night with
It did because I questioned him on it immediately because he was the whole reason that we were doing this debate in the first place is because he was ass mad about the fucking pedophile comments. And so as soon as he called me a pedophile, I said, "What the fuck did you just say to me? What?" And then, but no, it's just going to be, well, why do you look at the mirror?
Hey, so I have to make a correction. The state that he does live in is an at-will employment, so they can fire him based off of anything.
I mean,
but
they can,
wouldn't fire
but
him
it would be
based off of
insane for
this.
them to. It would be insane
Yeah.
for them to.
Burn.
They would. Yeah.
Okay, and so then this is the clip that we already watched. So I guess we're gonna wait. So that was streamed 12.
Look in the mirror.
So 5 days later. I mean, that took you a long time, dude.
I'm just gonna point out one quick thing, real quick.
pedo?
He had to talk to Burn to learn that it was bad. By the way,
kind of
he had to have Burn tell him not to do that.
To imagine Burn.
Okay, so
telling you.
we essentially got his response. So then to this, I say, hold on. You yourself said that these jokes are harmful. My point still stands, old man. And what about everything you said about D-Max? This is not the own you think it is. Maybe it's time for the nursing home, Poopaw. Because he poops his pants, is why I said Poopaw, by the way. And then I follow it up with, my jokes were obvious jokes too. I've repeatedly said, I don't actually think you touch kids. So which is it? Because if yours are jokes, so are mine, and they're not harmful, still making you a hypocrite. If yours are jokes, and mine are not, it's rules for thee and not for me. Let's debate on your show, coward.
Yeah.
Because he tried to sidestep my argument. I'm not going to let him.
Wait, what did Jessica say?
So Jessica tried to optics check me, and I instantly just won. So, and I want to be very clear. I have no problems with Jessica Bizzle. I've had some good conversations with her. I think she's cool. But she didn't know what was going on in this situation. She even said as much. So she just kind of like made an assertion based off of what little she had seen. She says it does show that he took it back on the same platform and said, I don't think he's a pedo. If someone makes a tasteless joke like this, wouldn't you want them to take it back? I'm not 100% tuned into any of this, but for instance, in this instance, I think him taking it back and admitting to being a piece of shit is better than many others do. And I said, Pizzle, the issue is that he says jokes like these of any kind can cause damage and are bad. It doesn't change the fact that he made this joke. When he gets super offended by me making the same jokes towards him, even after I have repeatedly clarified it is a joke. It also doesn't account for the multiple insinuations that D-Max is a pedo, which he has not taken back. She then says, oh, you did clarify it was a joke? If so, then Peepaw shouldn't have any further issues. Also, the D-Max stuff did look really bad. Riveter knows how insinuations go, and regardless of his intentions with those tweets, he absolutely was insinuating D-Max was inappropriate with his fans. So I say, and directly insinuating he's a pedophile multiple times. Not just fans, 6-year-old fans. That was his direct quote, plus this after he claimed all he was doing is quoting maggot. And I'll pull that up in a second. Don't deflect now. This is the most important thing to me. After I notice, I must know. What did Joe do? And I said horrific things I cannot legally talk about because we're not going to talk about them on this podcast either.
I figured out what I did. I figured out what that was a response to. And unfortunately, my lawyer has told me not to speak on it.
You can't. Don't.
That's what I'm saying. My public statement is that my lawyer has told me I should not say anything for the current.
You're freaking me out, dude. You're freaking me out. You're scaring me.
Your amendments.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it about the thing with that?
No comment.
Shut up. Okay, anyways, so then Peepaw Riveter says, the only thing I did in regards to D-Max was the botting thing, which was more a dig at Baggett, and I agreed with Assistant Sailor and his analogy. I also agreed with him when it came to the shorts as a whole. No money, and the views are dying off because YouTube isn't even pushing them anymore.
Wait, so
So I
did
say-
he actually agree with assistant sailor and respond to assistant.
He didn't agree. He
I-
just folded. He just folded.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's kind of I think for our sake, it's somewhat unimportant. I don't give a fuck, to be honest, about assistant sailor. I don't know how I feel about him. But so then I say, there's no way you have such bad dementia that you can't remember saying that he is giving, quote, 6-year-olds one-on-one special treatment, right? Or are you just that senile? And that took me 5 seconds to pull up.
Literally.
And then he says, you really are retarded, aren't you? I was quoting what maggots. Oh, sorry. You really are retarded, aren't you? I was quoting what maggots said. And then we have DMs between Maggot and Peepaw, where Peepaw says, well, there is history with roadblocks and PDF shit. So Maggot says, yeah, exactly. He also wants to be nice to his viewers and obviously giving them a more one-on-one experience that keeps them coming back, which just means responding to their fucking comments.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Also-
she doesn't even say he's giving them a one-on-one experience. She says more of a one-on-one experience. And do you know what she also doesn't say is that he has 6-year-old fans. So obviously putting one-on-one experience next to 6-year-old fans, you're going to insinuate that there's pedophilia. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, also, that DM that he's trying to prove is not debunking anything. It's just further confirming our claim that he does that, because he literally in that DM makes that implication again.
Right. So he says, so I said, do you really think your entire audience is so stupid that they aren't going to pick up on what you're implying? Such grossly dishonest behavior. No wonder you're a kid behind the camera apologist. Since quoting people is fair game, maybe we should pull up your quotes on child marriage, and I'll frame them dishonestly and see how you enjoy it. Oh, wait,
Exactly.
You're just going to cry like you always do, and then insinuate more people touch kids. Great work. He says, wow, you really are a disingenuous fuck, aren't you? I already gave Burn the W on that stupid take I had about that. Yet you're going to try to use that? Again, suck my dick, loser. So he's trying to shift the argument again. It's called, quote, giving the same energy, just like you did in your joke calling me a pedo, because that's what he says in the clip. You're dishonestly quoting Maggot to insinuate D-Max touches kids in a conversation about botting, so I'm offering to do the same. You also still sidestep my real question about you getting offended by jokes and then making them yourself. I look forward to you giving the same energy and saying, I don't think Peepaw is a pedo. I apologize. Yes. Oh, that's before she knew that I already said I don't think he is. And so he doesn't respond to that at all. And so what I do is I quote tweet him saying that he only did quotes and say, this isn't a quote. And this is the post. That's just asking for masses. And this is a post about Roblox, like having a dating game or something like that, which is like really fucking awful. That's just asking for mass hysteria for pedophilia. Roblox is full of children and the CEO wants adults to start using the game for dating. You're just asking for disaster. True. Peepaw says, good thing we don't know anyone who does Roblox streams.
That's a clear implication.
That's not a quote. That's not a quote.
And it's not a quote. Yeah, correct.
But it's weird though, because I really am retarded, aren't you? Ain't I? He was quoting what Maggot said. So then why did I find one within 5 seconds that was not him doing that?
Yeah.
This is the problem with this guy. He will always use arguments that I think he himself knows are able to be toppled. And do you know what happens when he gets beaten? He stops responding.
Yep.
That's why in this, I literally even say, so I say this first part at, check the timing, 11:05 a.m. 8 hours later, silence after he was actively responding to me. So I say, Riverdale, why'd you stop responding? Sad. Very sad. Okay? The only people who support this guy are either A, retards, or B, actual spurgs like this. I don't know if you guys know who this guy is. It's the only time I've ever seen him is responding under Peepaw stuff and like being a spurg. Conspiracy Lemur. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but like that's the only other person I've seen like giving this guy support. And it seems like it's sarcastic. I can't tell, but it seems sarcastic.
Yeah.
Bro's fucked. So
It's
That's-
really pathetic with how he acts. Really, he wants everybody to have a consistency, or he wants everybody to have consistency and can't even hold it to himself. And it's just embarrassing that it's so easy to pick on people like this. You can just
Yeah.
easily argue with him by proving him wrong because he's just a liar. He's just dishonest.
Well, and I've said enough. That's all I have to say on the matter. Do either of you two boys have more to say?
Joe, do you have thoughts?
Oh, no, just keep laughing at him because one last thought. Like I said, I made the tweet. The only really gay part of this is Peepaw's like retard friends going and attacking somebody who had nothing to do with anything and just attacking them, which was Reese getting attacked on Wall Smashers just for laughing at things that Maggot said and for being on a stream with Maggot when Reese has been on that show for a while. Everything else, you just laugh at him. Just laugh at him. Just keep laughing at him. It's funny. He's funny. He wants to be taken seriously. Don't take him seriously. And now you know what bothers him. So when you make fun of him, just do what bothers him because it clearly gets to him. So
Because it does bother him sure.
This is people.
There was another thing where he was responding to me and he said, if you knew I had already publicly apologized in the very next stream, then why continue with that? I hadn't. And then question mark. And then he took a screenshot of like my statement and highlighted it as if he was like owning me on that. So I was just like, what? You don't need to highlight my statements. Like I know what I said and I still stand by what I said, unlike you. And then I go, what do 6-year-olds have to do with the body accusation? I have so many questions for you, Peepaw, because your logic doesn't make sense. And then that's when he stopped replying. Or actually, no, I think there's one more. No, there isn't. Never mind.
Yeah, because he lost all hope for winning the argument.
Yeah. He stopped replying to me too.
Because he realized that we're going to do more than like 2 seconds of research. And it's not that hard to do, by the way.
No, it's
like,
not.
That's the funny part about it. Like he's just so used to arguing with people who don't have a brain, like whose brain is so loose in their head it falls out every time they talk, that, you know, as soon as somebody does a little bit of their homework, it's fucked. It's over.
You would think like this guy, if he's going to lie, the very least you can do is delete your tweets before you lie so people can't go back to your tweet and actually correct you on the statements that you previously said.
Yep.
It's just dumb.
Yep.
There's like, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, not in like a serious way, but I slightly disagree with Joe and the fact that like, I think if he just was a guy who gives stupid takes all the time, yeah, laugh at him. That's all he needs to be. But like the mass proportion of his like hypocrisy and spineless behavior and inconsistency is what I believe is correct to criticize. To like in a semi-serious way, because it is behavior that needs to be put in check. Like there's no reason that somebody should get away with that kind of behavior.
Yeah, you can criticize him, yes, but I'm saying you shouldn't just like nothing he does anybody should take seriously. Like
that's true. Yeah.
All he is someone to be laughed at. Like if you're taking what he does super seriously and upsetting yourself about it, you're not doing anything other than hindering yourself. Like this is the thing about Peepaw. He doesn't have an opinion that isn't what a bigger creator's opinion is. Do you really think the kid behind the camera stuff, which he's now gone back on, he had that opinion on his own? Or was it because Xylee was in fucking LOLCOW and now recording we're friends with Xylee, so they were kind of standoffish about it too? And he goes, well, I don't want to be attacked again. I want to be, you know, buddy-buddy with these people, so here's that opinion. Yeah, that's literally how I viewed it. I was like, oh, he's just sucking up to the bigger creators.
He can't do it on his own.
He's now even backtracking on the kid behind the camera stuff where he's like, you should goof on me because of that take. That was a bad take. And it's like, all right. Do you have any principles? Like, do the takes that you give, do you just quickly backtrack them because you just can't take a position?
Yes.
You just don't care.
He doesn't
Yes.
know how to do it.
It's just pathetic. You suck the dick of Xylee gets real. It's really sad and disappointing. He definitely does have a pattern of behavior here where, and I will say this till the end of the day because I see it through actions. He has a pattern of behavior where he will go to somebody and false or halfway accuse them of doing something with piss poor evidence. And then when the commentary community shits on him because he does it, then he plays the fucking martyr. This is the second time he's done it. And I'm really tired of it. He did it with Magnetar stuff. That's how Nick Diorio hates him because he pulled that Magnetar shit. It even got to a point where Magnetar had to take down the Give Send Go fundraiser because of Mama Max. Or because of Peepaw. And it's just like, yeah, you have a pattern of behavior. And I don't care if he says, guys, I'm going to change. I'm not going to do that ever again. You already said that again, and you're already proving that you've done it before. So, no, thank you.
Yeah, just don't take him seriously, and then just laugh at him. And I guarantee you, like, because we figured it out. He hates being laughed at, and he hates being criticized. So that's all you got to do.
Yeah. Total
wonder if people at any point like flashes his hand towards the screen
when you start
and makes a
He's gonna
floor
hit me.
motion. Because if he makes a floor motion, then we can make a meme where we do the bro thinks he's part of the team. That'd be really
Dude.
funny.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, I think it's
Showing
funny
the,
that he was talking
original
about wanting to be friends
like
with
all
Reese
the
and Byrne. If
pictures
he had
of the-
told me that, I would have laughed at him.
Yeah.
I thought he hated Byrne. Why does Byrne talk to him?
That's
I think
whatever
because
their
of the
relationship. So.
because of the Wall Smashers connection. Also, Bird, the reason why I unfollowed Peepaw on Twitter and unfriended him was because Byrne told me that he went to Byrne and like unadded him on everything after that Wall Smashers episode because he didn't like what Maggot was saying on that episode. And
They kind of cleared that up, I guess. They kind of cleared that up.
That's really guilt by association tactics, and he's also consistently done that in the past. He's done that to me too, and it's like you do the very same thing that you don't want to be. So I just don't want you around. You're just a piece of shit.
Apparently, Peepaw never blocked him on anything or unfriended him, according to Peepaw. Peepaw has it where you can message someone as long as you're in the same Discord as him. And he doesn't friend people and never friended Byrne, and they hashed it out, and that was, I guess, just a misunderstanding. I'm throwing that out there because I heard it. If you believe it or not, it's on you, but that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I don't believe it because he's done that in the past. And then he's also done this whole ban Flatley from the Wall Smashers Discord,
Which I did get
because
banned for.
Flatley makes edgy jokes. If you don't take care of it, Badwick, then I'm gonna leave. Like, who the fuck are you? Dude, you're some like 300-pound dude in another state. You can't even fucking wipe your ass. I guarantee you that dude uses a toilet brush to wipe his ass because he can't even reach
The
around.
community sponge.
As
And
long
I
as he flushes
guarantee
it down
you,
the
he
toilet.
pees. He sits when he pees. He can't even stand up.
I don't
He
think
gets
he can
out
see
of
his
breath.
wiener when he stands up.
I bet you I can stand when I pee. Let's have a competition.
You have a dick. You have a dick, so.
All right, after the
Let's
episode,
have a fucking competition. I'll stand when I pee and see if I'm out of breath, and Peepaw, you do it and see if you're out of breath and huffing and puffing. Let's see how you feel. Fucking loser.
I don't think the toilet can support his weight.
He
Yeah.
has one of those old people toilets where
A
they
steel
like put
toilet
like the,
from prison.
where they put like 10 layers of cushion on the toilet.
Hey, I have one of
Hey,
those.
those are comfortable. Those are comfortable.
I hate those.
What,
No, they're
really?
comfortable.
Get a fucking bidet.
I have
No,
that too.
I don't need water squirting up on my asshole.
Joe,
Fuck
I'm
that.
not going to
No.
lie to you. It's kind of nice.
It cleans it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you feel
because you're
clean.
gay. Yeah, because you're gay.
No, you know
I have
you're
a
clean.
bidet.
You can still use toilet paper, but it's nice to know you have some reassurance. If it gets too
I have
hot outside, I want to be able to wear my white golf shorts. I may not have done laundry, so I don't know if I'll be wearing underwear, but I want to know for sure that I'm good.
All right, gents. Any final thoughts?
Laugh at Peepaw.
Peepaw River
Okay.
is so fat he could smoke a cigar with his dick in the rain.
My name is Peepaw. I touch kids.
Peepaw's kneecaps stay dry in the rain.
Get back to your chains. I'm not done with you, my little coffee bean.
his fucking knees stay
You're
dry
my
in the
you're my
rain.
child bride.
By the way, those are jokes.
Oh, yeah, they are jokes.
Wait, really?
These are
Wait,
jokes.
By the
Wow.
way, also, I'm going to say this. Maggot making the 52 child brides in basement joke is clearly a joke. If you took that seriously, you really need to get your IQ checks.
Wait, hold on. You can
Really?
back up even one more. That if you take maggots seriously, you need to get your IQ checked.
Truth nuke.
Wait.
Truth nuke.
Trook, as Bern would say, trook.
All right. The end. Finn and scene.
Maggot,
Okay,
that
bye.
was a joke, by the way, so people understands that before he starts feeding into this. Oh, Flatley hates Maggot now.
Yeah, clearly, Maggot. We don't hate you, okay?
Stand
God,
by,
that
except
fucker will
Joe.
twist anything.
I hate her because she said the N-word on my stream.
Oh, she didn't.
You loved
Nah.
it. You had
Nah.
a boner.
All right, guys.
Nah.
This has
Nah.
been your boy
Nah.
Flatley,
Nah.
and this is episode 30 AWT.
Nah.
We fucking failed.
9-year-old, yo. You and Nick.
Oh wait, I gotta
That's
edit that
okay.
out.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, this is your shit,
Fuck.
idiot.
Fuck! Why did I do that? Alright guys, thank you for listening, watching, and subscribing. It's been your boy Flatley, Leah, Joe, and Himpleton. And for now, we have fucking failed. But maybe we're also fucking fat.
So true.
Like Peepaw. We got
And
man
just- oh,
titties.
the other, and just like Peepaw, we're fucking fat. We're out of-
Get
So
in
true.
my belly.
Oh my god.